Hello, everyone. Hello, Twitch. How goes everyone's lovely Friday? Lovely Friday. Evening, Entropy. Evening, Peanut of the 808. How is everything? Making a bit of coffee here. Need to get our water boiling. So we're making English muffins for the first time tonight. Haven't tried making those commercially at home. I haven't done them before. So, new recipe to me. Certainly done hollandaise a lot. Certainly done poached eggs a lot. I'm going to be using immersion circulator for both the hollandaise and the eggs tonight. If you haven't used an immersion circulator before for making your hollandaise, it's a wonderful cheat. It stays stable so well when you use an immersion circulator. I'm going to cook it all in there, just throw it all in a bag, put it in the immersion circulator, allow it to cook a good hour or so. I'm going to do 62, so we'll do a little bit more than an hour. If we were doing 65, we could do an hour, be perfectly 100% pasteurized. No worries. But I want to cook my eggs that hot. So I'm dropping it down a couple temps, a couple degrees. That's Celsius. And when after you take it out of the immersion circulator, you can just whip it up. You can put it in a blender. You can do it by hand. It just comes together. It's really amazing. I've done that a couple of times here on stream now. What else do we got going tonight? Oh, we got to do new batch of no knead pizza dough for tomorrow night. And we're going to have to cook up some bacon. And we'll have to flake out some smoked salmon so that we have those for our English muffins. Yeah. I actually feel like I'm just settling down here today. I been out and about, running around, grabbing things here and there and everywhere. Realizing I'm going to need more flour tonight. So let's get a bit more flour while we're hanging out here. Just a little bit more flour. Does mean I'm going to have to buy more flour again almost. Wow. Just a little bit of flour. Just a little bit. We'll probably go through half of that tonight between the pizza dough and the English muffins. But hey, we got a free place to keep this over here now. Yay, the flour's out of my bedroom. Yeah, I keep flour in my bedroom. And I'm I'm not going to wait. Forget it. Oh, that'll last me at least 2 to 3 more months, but I forget who I was talking to earlier about buying in bulk and how I've been sort of slacking here since the start of COVID. I was doing pretty good there. I was doing all my flour, all my sugar, I was just thinking here that I need to go and find a place where I can buy some bulk chocolate. I need to find a place where I can do I'm debating whether I want to get some big containers and save myself some money on salt too, but that's getting a little, it's not saving me a ton of money, and it's going to take up space. Peanut, I'm going to throw it all in a bag. Not even going to clarify my butter. I'll throw it in the submersion circulator. And when I'm done cooking it in the immersion circulator, when I've given it you can do an hour at 65 Celsius. I'm going to do it at 62 and do more like hour and 15 minutes or something like that. It give you pretty much a pasteurized egg. And then it doesn't really matter how you bring it back together at that point. If everything's evenly at the same temp like that, it just comes together. And so you can put it, probably going to pull out my stick blender, pull it together. But you can put it in a blender. You can whip it with your hands. Great way to make a hollandaise. And it stays stable too. Like, I've literally had hollandaises stay stable all the way into the fridge. Now, reheating them may be a different thing, but it's stable and refrigerated. But before I get to cooking eggs, doing the hollandaise, we're going to get the English muffins started. After I get myself some caffeine and sugar and little bit of half and half in my system. Maybe do our first Streamators battle. Work. Shake out sugar. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty lazy. It works pretty well, Peanut. And actually, I've done it before and taken photos of it and have it look like it's broken, but the reality is I just didn't mix it enough. It works so well. A little short on my guesstimate how much water I was going to need. Okay, coffee's all set. Got our coffee ready. Coffee. Out of focus coffee. Yep, that works great. If you don't, but this way I'm not even going to clarify my butter. We're just throwing it together. It's like the epitome of lazy hollandaise. So let's see. What do I need to get started with my? We need to get our yeast going. So let's take some. Oh, I need my scale back. I actually need to use my scale this time instead of just putting it here to look pretty and ignoring that it exists. This looks like a good water glass to me to make our English muffins with. We'll give it a rinse out quick, but grabbing the hottest water that comes out of my sink tap, which is probably hotter than yours because I have it set up way up high. Oh, you can't see that. There we go. We got the whole milk with the cream cap to it, most likely. Give that a good stir, good mix. Try and mix that in as much as possible because I don't really want that hockey puck of dairy fat in with our water. That was too much. Oh well. He's still got a little of that fat cap. Actually, can pull that up. Probably be just about right. Nope. Still over. But this should be... no, that milk cooled it down pretty good. Oh, we're going to need this for the other stuff, too. Since we're doing an all-metric recipe for our English muffins. Yeah, so this isn't quite warm enough for what I want to do. We want this nice and warm to welcome in all that yeast. So I'm going to give that a little bit of a microwave here. I've already got the immersion circulator set up over here. I've got it filled with water. I've got it up to 62 degrees Celsius. Actually, it's already up to 62 too. Used hot water to fill it up, so it wasn't too much of work for it. And I've also got 3 ball jars in there already. And the ball jars is going to be from so that I can throw the eggs in there. I found many times when I throw eggs in my immersion circulator that they get shot around by that little fan in there. And I don't know how many eggs I've cracked doing that. And so I've started using ball jars for that. Woot. Hi, Lexi. Thank you for that sub. So we got our warm milk and water combo here. Add our yeast to that. Get that all happy. How are you tonight, Lexi? Hopefully you're having a lovely Friday. And yep, I'm making my own English muffins for the first time. So, this is all a new adventure to me. Actually, I lied. I've done eggs Benedict many times before. I've never made English muffins before. Yep, I picked up some smoked salmon when I got the eel the other day. And so that's been packaged up in my refrigerator here. And I don't think you're going to be able to see the scale anymore, unfortunately. How much flour do I need? Oh, I need more than that. There we go. 480 grams of flour. Need our salt. Yeah, that's a good one, Peanut. I also used to always throw this guy in there, too. And just set it in there. This is my taco stand. And it's just a bended piece of stainless steel. And so I could put the eggs in there like that. They generally stay in the same place. But we're just doing a couple legs tonight, so I threw a couple ball jars in there. $1:30 p.m. Hawaiian time. Nice. Got a little sugar and a little salt here. Not earth-shaking amounts, just enough to really get all those flavors out, since both salt and sugar help you with developing flavor. A little bit more sugar than salt, but not by much. Couple of gram difference. Then we need to measure out some butter. How much butter do I need again? So I need about a quarter stick. Ooh, pretty close there. I've got it without the sticker. Let's see how close I got with the label off. Nice, Peanut. Actually, we're pretty close there. I'll live with that. Trying to crush my filters over here. No. Okay. And we want that butter warm and soft, but not really melted. So we'll give that 25 seconds and see how it looks after that. Give this a little bit of a shake so we get that salt and sugar incorporated. Don't want those intermingling with our other stuff. But let's do our battle. What are you doing over there? You're supposed to be over here. Tank's gonna sit there and tank all those ranged the entire time till the rogues finally decide to come back and help out. Victory. Entropy getting those kills. Suki and Entropy with 15 gold. Congrats. There we go. See how we do in 30 minutes. So, we got our flour. We got our yeast mixture, which hasn't really come to life here, but I'm using instant yeast, so I'm not too worried about that. And I'm going to give that another 10 seconds. Yeah, thankfully I haven't lived, I'm very familiar with the room service, turn and burn doing eggs. I've done a little of that with, like, pancakes and stuff, but I've done a lot more, like, slower paced stuff. I haven't pounded out eggs, the way I know some of my older friends have. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just add this in. I know my yeast is good. I'm not that worried about that. And we're going to try and mix all this in without getting my hands completely coated, but I've already failed at that. Do my best to try and drag some of that off of my fingers here. And that ain't gonna work. So I'm giving up on that now. Bought myself a new toy. Got the second half of it in today. I've now got myself a test tube rack and test tubes. I figured it would be a good thing to have to keep those half bunches of herbs fresh a bit longer. Just put them in water in the vials here. Not sure who I stole that from, but I know I saw someone from Team Bone In post that a month or two ago.
It's like, that's not a bad plan. Let's try that. I mean, the vials aren't that expensive. So we're going to need this till it's a nice ball. Nice kneadable dough, though. It's not going to be a pain to work. Which is thankful because I don't have a stand mixer. Nor do I have a food processor. So I'm certainly not using a food processor to make my hollandaise. I did work. I worked at a wine bar at one time in West Hollywood. That it was a wine bar, but we still, for some reason, opened for brunch. We never had anyone show up for brunch. It was such a waste of time. I mean, and everyone had to clopen. You know, you're closing a wine bar on a Saturday and then opening for brunch on Sunday. Talk about a pain in the ass. But regardless, my chef at the place would used to make his hollandaise by submerging the bottom half of his KitchenAid in a 600 pan or an 800 pan, but a deep hotel pan, and then would do it in a bowl in the stand mixer. Because if you look at a KitchenAid, the entire electrical part to it is up in the top part of it, and I don't know what his he didn't quite have his. He had a few bolts loose. I'm glad to have gotten out of that one. So we're just kneading this till it basically comes together, basically where we are now. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Yeah, I don't think that wine bar exists anymore anyways. Not that I'm really... I mean, if it still existed, it had been around a couple decades. I worked at places that were much better than that when I was in LA. That place was sort of just a mess. This dough came together a little almost too easy to me. A little surprised at how well this has come together. I'm sort of kneading it more just because I expect it to be more of a hassle. Well, let's clean up this bowl. We'll oil it up a little bit. And we'll let our bread poof. Oh, I don't know how long I was there. That was just messed up from the beginning. I was originally in LA to open a hotel, which didn't open for like 8 months to a year later than when they actually hired me to be there. And so they paid me to come out there. Well, they hired me and I came out there. They didn't pay me to come out there. But they hired me. I came out there and they're like, yeah, we don't got a job for you. And like,
I think like the HR person was dating someone at this restaurant or something like that. And I got recommended to go work over there as sort of like a temporary gig before we go to the hotel. And yeah, I never made it to the hotel. Working there was actually, well, a sort of shit show, but it was also, in some ways, more organized than other places, too. Overall, sort of wish I could just forget my years of living in LA. This is supposed to be oil, but why not use butter? It's going to taste better anyways. I'll let that hang out in a bowl there. We'll give this a wet towel to hang over it. But the real answer there, Peanut, is longer than I should have. I was relatively fresh out of college, and I was trying to do the whole, yeah, you're supposed to stay at a place for a while. You know, regardless of how horrible of a hellhole it is. I tried that a couple more times before. Learned my lesson with that. It's the same pretty much everywhere. There's junky employers everywhere. Hey, Pancracia! Welcome in. Ooh, you got some emotes. Okay, so we got our English muffins started off here. Those are going to need about an hour to proof. From there, I'll have to, we'll cut them out. We'll give them a second proof of 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll cook them off. Nice, Pancracia. What are we working on next? Why don't we get some bacon going? Let's cook some bacon. And we'll need a pan with parchment. it cut so nicely it didn't open. It only opened on part of it where I basically cut the top off of it. Toss this out. Be right back. Don't know why I'm sweating. I haven't done anything yet. Drove all the way out to the farmer's market today, which today's farmer's market is a bit of a drive for me. To find out that they didn't have my pre-made box for me this week. They screwed up the order. No bueno. Going with a little bit of a thinner bacon tonight. I mean, I like the thick bacon like I used with the potatoes the other night. Thinner stuff works better. I think thinner bacon works better for a Benedict. You don't want that big, heavy slab of... I mean, yeah, I do, but as far as enjoying the whole dish, I sort of want a light, crispy, salty ham rather than, you know, like chomping through a piece of Canadian bacon. So, for this particular dish, I'm going to say I like thinner bacon. But that is not the typical response by me. Not really liking this slab of meat. It's not very even cut. How dare this pig grow this way? I mean, we all know that this was fabricated in a plant and they can make it any shape they want. I'm gonna have to make room here for the last one. There we go. Bacon. Now let's make some eggs and hollandaise. And then we're going to have to sit around. Let's start with eggs. We'll throw our 3 eggs that I'm going to do in the immersion circulator. I've got 3 ball jars in there. There's 1. 2. 3. That did not feel good. Not that hot though, but yeah. And then we need 3 more for our hollandaise, but just the yolks. We don't want the whites for our hollandaise sauce. Oh, oops. I may not have the butter ready for this. Boo. Had to break into the freezer butter. So we'll give that a 30 seconds and see if that loosens up at all. It's basically a butter sauce. I mean, you got some egg there, but not much. Come here, shell. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't get the shell out, because I don't know if I'm going to even use the whites, but well, I sort of almost want to say that I think a beurre blanc is my idea of that perfect sauce. Hollandaise is close, but I think I'm gonna, if I have the choice between the two, I'm probably gonna go for a beurre blanc. So we're just going to give these a quick whip up with the fork. Make sure they're nice and not in egg form anymore. That one's gone. They're still partially frozen there, but we're also partially melted. So, bag. Let's see here. Figure out all the other stuff I'm supposed to put in this. Oh, lovely. Let's see here. There we go. At least get that one back. Okay, so stick of butter. Hopefully refrigerated, but this is going to be fine too. Just as is. Our eggs are going in the bag too, but just after making sure that we had them whipped and we aren't throwing whole yolks in there. Just on the off chance that the yolks will mildly solidify before we have the chance to mix them in with everything else. Oh, come on. Want to do a little lemon juice here? You can do a little lemon juice. I'm going to do a healthy pinch of salt. A little MSG. And some white pepper. And because I don't have a fresh lemon, we're going to turn on the fan and use a bit of apple cider vinegar for our hollandaise tonight. No one guessing farming. And this is just all going in the immersion circulator back here. Grab myself a clip. That water is hot. Tried to get most of the air out of that bag. I didn't get all of it out. Let's set ourselves a 1 hour timer here. Alright, so we got 1 hour going on our immersion circulator. Let's throw our bacon in the oven. Give that a good 20 minutes. Check it after 15, see if it needs a full 20. I say 20 because I normally buy this thick cut bacon, and that's what I'm used to. I'm used to that 400 degrees, 20 minutes being just like perfect. This being thinner, it's not going to need that full 20. Let's wrap these. And we're just hanging out here now, I guess. Because we need our English muffins to proof. And we need our stuff in the immersion circulator to cook for a while. Bacon's in the oven. I guess we can clean up our smoked salmon for this, but that's going to be a little ahead of time anyways. I mean, I am just like drenched in sweat. I don't know why. It's not hot in here. But I do have to agree, Lexi. It is a heavenly sauce. It is a gorgeous sauce. I love hollandaise. But I mean, how can you... I mean... Unless you've got a dairy issue, or I don't know how you can not like hollandaise. I don't know. I guess the extreme mayonnaise haters may dislike it because it's sort of like warm mayonnaise, to be honest. I mean, you're at least using butter instead of cheap oil, but it's not too different. I apologize, I got something stuck in my tooth. I'm gonna be right back. It's driving me nuts. Still haven't gotten it out.
still there. It's still annoying. Yeah, let's hold off on the salmon until we're basically done here. Let's do a little dish cleanup while we're waiting. Should have left myself dishes to do, so I could sit here and talk dishes while we're waiting on things to cook. But I think I hear a battle ready. I do. Let's do our battle. They're just like AFK waiting for everyone else to catch up. I don't know. Victory. Entropy with the kills and the assists. Shuki stealing those scrolls away, though. Oops. There we go. We'll see how we do in 30 minutes. Actually, I should do this too. Just to be that guy. Since we're just hanging out, I want to be difficult. still have so much stuff to figure out between now and my weekend off here. For anyone that's a normal viewer of me, of my channel here on Twitch, I will be not here next weekend. Just letting you know ahead of time. It's in the schedule. It's been in the schedule for a month or two ago. I will be missing next Friday and next Sunday. So, and the Saturday along with them. I will be back I'll be here for both Wednesdays. So I'll be here for this Wednesday. It's looking to be miso. I don't think we got any votes for the dried berries. I think we got 7 or 8. What do we got here on Discord for the vote? Oh, hey, what do you know? And then closes that? What are we doing here, OBS? There we go. So we got fermented soybean paste, or miso, as the winner here so far. The vote's going to go on until Monday, but I'm sort of doubting the barberries are going to make up those 6 votes by Monday. So it's looking like Wednesday's probably going to be miso paste, and then I will be back after that Wednesday for the next Wednesday. So basically taking a week off as far as everyone here is concerned, other than Wednesday. Did get a few more votes over here, but would love even more votes, even more suggestions. Can use any help we can get over here in the ingredient suggestions. And if anyone's coming in new to the server, I'll go ahead and give you permissions if I notice you later in the stream or after the stream. And yeah, I'm just going to go and brush my teeth. I'm going to take a couple minutes off here and get rid of whatever is stuck in my tooth here and driving me nuts. Cleaned up here. Alright, be right back. Still not cooperating. I'm going to go ahead and put up my AFK screen here for a moment, and I'll be back.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese. An 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth, like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market. But the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat. The best you can buy.
So happy, you're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none-such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try it.
Okay. Finally got that annoyance out of my mouth. It was actually like a piece of plastic filament. Might have actually came from my toothbrush. I don't know how it got in there. But our bacon is ready. So let's pull the bacon out of the out of the oven. Little bacon love. Nice crispy bacon. Hi, Tahiti lady. How goes your Friday? Hopefully you're having a lovely Friday. Nice, good to hear. We're having a productive Friday. So productive today that I'm stuck here waiting. We got eggs cooking in the immersion circulator back here. They got another 40 minutes to go till our eggs and our hollandaise are together. Meanwhile, we've got our English muffins proofing over here. Got those covered with a damp towel. And I just pulled the bacon out of the oven here, so that's all ready to go. Let's throw that on some paper towel here so that it crisps up nice. You ever notice how I'm sure this has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with what we feed our pigs in America. But to me, it often seems the smell of rendered pig fat reminds me of corn. Like popcorn, like fresh popcorn. Sure, it has nothing to do with the fact that we feed all of our pigs corn and soy. Nothing at all. Having a veggie omelet with bacon. It's like drinking Diet Coke. It's like convincing yourself that you're doing something good for your body when you really aren't. Not that bacon is a gorgeous thing and is absolutely fabulous for you. Gotta save that bacon fat. You know, I'm obviously going to use all that bacon fat. You know, you can see how quickly I'm going through all the stuff that I've saved from the past. I needed some protein. Hi, Nan Reader. Welcome in. How goes your Friday? That even tasted like popcorn to me. Ah. Good to hear. Tonight's definitely a night when I'm not going to have a lot of dishes. So you got eggs Benedict tonight. We're going to make... Oh, we can start our pizza dough. That's what I can do while we're sitting here waiting. We're going to do pizza tomorrow. I don't know, I've been sort of holding off and trying to figure out what I want to do for pizza tomorrow. I'm sort of tempted to do calzones. Give that a shot. But hey, the pizza stone's already in the oven, so I don't have to deal with that tomorrow. We got pizza tomorrow of some sort. We'll have egg salad on Sunday. We'll have our ingredient challenge on Wednesday. 23rd and the 25th, I will be gone. The 28th, I will be back for the next ingredient challenge that we'll have while I'm gone. The vote we'll have while I'm gone. And then we'll be coming back to the 30th, when we have oatmeal raisin cookie day. That Friday is going to be just before the start. We have Friday with oatmeal cookie day, and then Sunday starts National Raisin Week. So it sort of fits. I'm gonna throw some raisins in my oatmeal cookie. And then I still haven't figured out any of my stuff from this point forward. I mean, I have the dates already pre-scheduled into my calendar. Going to continue doing my 3 days a week. But I don't have any of my dates planned out, so I'm going to have to come up with new ideas after I get back and fill all those out. Have a little creative time and figure out what I want to do for dinners in the next month or so. Maybe we can have a Monday morning stream. Well, actually, let's see. When do I get back? Wednesday. I don't want to rush myself. So, sometime around the end of this month, we'll have an extra stream here. And we'll figure out what I'm doing for the next month. I'll take anyone's ideas. I'll try and think up the things that I've been promised to do for everyone. So we'll have an extra afternoon stream for that. Excuse me, hiccuping now. Just throw our bacon fat in the fridge. It's actually sort of interesting looking at this. You can see the little like haze going in the center there where it's starting to cool down first. Sort of trippy. It's almost sort of good that they messed up my box for this week, because I probably wouldn't have gone through the veggies for these 2 weeks if it wasn't done right. If it was done right, rather. Welcome in, Head Mama Bear. How goes your Friday? Hopefully you're having a lovely Friday. We're having fun hanging out, waiting on our English muffins to proof. And we've got our eggs and our hollandaise in the immersion circulator back here. We got some bacon already done up for with our dinner tonight. We can chop up a little green onion if I can find them in here. Do a little green onion as our garnish. Use up this green onion that I've been chopping at both ends at this point. This bunch of green onions has gone into 3 dinners already. I'm going to take some of these longer leaves out of the system, though. Good to hear, Head Mama Bear. Anything new and exciting in your world? Trying to go like paper thin here with my slices. Don't want large pieces of green onion. I actually sort of wish I had some chives for garnish. That's probably enough, though. Don't need much for this. And yeah, I'm going to save all of this still, other than the scraps there. This is all potentially good. or something. I'm gonna throw it on the pizza tomorrow. Who knows? Throw it in the pizza tomorrow. Leaving this bag open. Just using the bag for a bag. Don't want to seal it up and trap in any of the gases that I don't really think green onions give off much in the way of gases, but don't want to trap any of those gases in. Like if you're putting an apple or something else, there's several fruits and veggies that give off ethylene gas, and they can, if you put them in a seal, you seal them together, and they can make things go bad faster. Okay. No need pizza dough. Let's Google it for a ratio here. But I'm just doing Jim Leahy's no need pizza dough. And then I typically, and it depends. I've seen the recipe a couple of different places and they have different amounts that you do at a time here. Yeah, this one's already half. So start with sifter to sift our flour. Do 500 grams or around 3.5 cups of flour here. .500 grams of flour. What else do we need? Salt, water, yeast. So we're not going to sift anything else here. We'll just go ahead and sift all that flour through. Why'd you shut off? Our salt, we'll mix the salt in. Get that somewhat incorporated before we add our yeast. I tend to go overboard with the yeast. I'm not too worried about the potential nutty flavor from having too much yeast in there. Ain't my issue. So I go a little overboard on the yeast there. What do we got left? 350 grams of water. Let's measure our water separately. And let's do warm water. Just to, I don't know, I'm going to leave that there overnight, so it doesn't really need to be warm water, but maybe it'll slightly help jumpstart that yeast. Who knows? How much was I doing again? I went over what I said I was going to do, didn't I? Nope. 350, not 325. There we go. I'll live with the 0.1 over. I was 0.1 over in my flour anyways. That was just water. This is a real cheap way to get that water incorporated without getting your hands dirty. Shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. This is going to end up being a wet dough anyways. And we're really just mixing this. I'm going to do a little kneading. But I'm really just needing to get it all together into one nice solid package. Solid ball of dough. Not going to clean the bowl like I did with the English muffins. Just going to allow it to hang out in the same bowl. Fatal. We finished rolling this bit of dough together and we'll do our battle after that. With just a little bit of light kneading just to get it all together. But all the no-knead doughs are high hydration doughs, which means they're going to be wet. They're going to be sticky. They're going to stick to your hand. You got to move quickly and deftly. I don't know. But after you handle dough for a while, you get this feel for how you can move the dough and slap it around and move it without it actually like sticking to your hands. And that's sort of what you got to do with these doughs. And this I'm going to put plastic wrap on, because this is going to hang out here until tomorrow. This is for tomorrow's dinner. Yeah, that's fine, just like that. Okay. Let that hang out like that until tomorrow. And I said it before, but I'll repeat myself. The reason I'm plastic wrapping the pizza dough is I have found that even with the no-knead doughs, the normal bread ones, which I need to make one of those for Monday too, so we're going to be making another batch of this tomorrow night, but for bread. Is that overnight, just putting a towel over the top like this, whether it's moistened or not, it's been drying out too much on me, and so that's why we got the plastic wrap going here. We'll switch to having that hang out on the counter here. Actually, no, this is a little bit more picture friendly. Let's clean our mess over here. Oh, battle. Let's do a battle. Had to choose the Centurion or the Archer there, and sorry, the Archer lost out. I didn't pay attention to whose it was. Wow, that was quick. Victory. Quick victory. Entropy getting those kills. Head Mama Bear and Suki getting those scrolls. Congrats. I get some golden scrolls. Congrats to me. Ooh, I think that's... See how we do in 30 minutes. This looks like a good one for a bunch of rogues. Have all the rogues battle over all the chests there. Where are these dragons? Dragons. They're ranged too, so the rogues would like those too. 30 minutes. Got another 17 minutes on that. Oh, we can turn that oven off. Don't need the oven on anymore. But we are going to need a pan here for our dough. I think we can actually probably roll these out. Hasn't proofed like I would have liked. It has proofed some, but not nearly enough. Let's give this a roll out here. Do a little flour on the counter. Buttery hands, I'm trying to drop the flour. So we're rolling these out to actually our desired thickness. So not very thin on our rolling here. We want to still leave this with some girth. And we're going to swap out the buttered bowl for a sheet pan with parchment and a little cornmeal. So that's all. We're getting all that cornmeal on the outside of our English muffins. Just like that. Now I need a circle cutter, so I need to pull out my bacon supplies here. Grab my ring cutters. Oh, let's say... do I want smaller? We go that size? No. I think we should go this size. I think that's a good size to hold an egg. I think that's a good muffin size. Thanks for stopping by, Pancracio. Have a great night. I think that's a good English muffin size. Getting as many as we can without overlapping here. Nope, not quite. And we're going to lay those right on top of that cornmeal. I grabbed this because I thought it might be easier to use it to grab them, but it's messing it up just as much as my hand is. Try and get a couple more out of this. This is more staging, so I'm not too worried about them getting too close. They do have to proof for another hour here, but I think we can... I'm only going to get one more out of this anyways. That's a pretty thick one too. Well, we'll live with it. It's what we got. Okay. So these got to hang out here for another 30 minutes to an hour. Got a little excess dough. That just goes bye-bye. Enjoy your dinner, Tahiti lady. Give our ring a quick cleanup and get that out of our way. Put our baking stuff back away. That needs to dry off first. Trying to talk like Mike Tyson here. So we'll cover these back up with that damp towel. Well, actually, let's clean up the counter here. Let's be clean. Keep the house nice and tidy tonight. Get out of here, fruit fly. Flies are still sort of around. Got rid of their home, so most of them are gone. But a couple of them still hanging out. Got the hiccups again. Must be the bacon. Don't think I've had anything really to eat today but coffee. Or drink. So I don't know why my tummy's complaining. But you can see our pasta dough, or our pizza dough for tomorrow is already caused that entire piece of plastic wrap to come cloudy with moisture. That without the plastic it would have completely lost. Cleaning the counter. Huh. Is that not running? Did I not set those up to run tonight? Of course I didn't. There we go. So, we'll set these off to the side and allow them to proof for another 30 minutes or so here. That should get us to the end of our eggs here. Our eggs should be almost done. Another 4 minutes. So, let's see, what else? Salmon. Let's do salmon now. I want to see if we can flake this at all. It's still pretty cold. I maybe should have let this room warm up to room temp. Using the back of the knife here to sort of try and carefully and separate it as best as we can. It's going back here, so it's going to be rough getting that last little bit there. I should have cut off all that too. Damn it. Okay, we got our salmon for dinner tonight. And leftovers. There's our eggs. Flake. Separate. There we go. We'll live with that. The rest of this we're going to throw back in the bag. I'm going to save this for... The rest of this we're going to actually use on Sunday. So I figure we'll... If you got smoked salmon and you're going to do egg salad, start going to add some salmon to your egg salad. What do you... lovely folks think? You agree with me on that? Store it in the same bag. And then I'm going to put a bag around that. I know that looks like a giant mess on the cutting board, but I did a pretty good job with this, I think. I guess I could have had the board blown up here, but we got lots of nice slice pieces of salmon here for on top of our Okay. I don't know why I'm using a protein board for that. I mean, it's smoked. It's probably been cured. Have a good one, Tahiti lady. Thank you for stopping by. So I'm going to go ahead and blend up our hollandaise. I'm going to cheat at that. We're going to use that today. Take our bag of hollandaise out of here. And certainly doesn't look like a hollandaise right now. It's all separated, all ooey gooey. We'll take the whole bag worth, pour it right in. Fat clumps, eggs, all that good stuff. All in one. Now, that doesn't look like hollandaise, does it? Let's fix that. Stick blender. Switch over the stove here so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. Hollandaise. Let that hang out and dry out over here. And yeah, so we got our nice thick hollandaise. I mean, it's not completely, but that is a fully emulsified. There's a little butter on top there, but that is emulsified. We'll let that hang out here for a moment. That was quicker than I anticipated. I was figuring I was going to have another 10 minutes or so for those. Let's get rid of the immersion circulator here. And pull out the eggs.
Another advantage of doing this way with these ball jars, they can just hang out there now. Stay warm for a couple minutes while we're doing everything else. Okay, we got that. Let's start warming up our pan back here. We want our pan nice and... We don't want it hot because we got to do 5-6 minutes. We got to half steam these English muffins as we're searing them in the pan. That's sort of the trick here. I'm probably not going to get it in the first batch. Probably going to either over or under my first batch of these. Hopefully do better on the second batch. Isn't that just a bright, beautiful golden yellow color there to our hollandaise? That just looks amazing to me. There you go, get a little shine on there. You can see how thick it is. Hi, Twitch. See if we got any new people. Yeah, we did have someone join in the Discord. Welcome in, Pancracia. I think you took off already, but thank you for joining in. You now have permissions to see the rest of this lovely server. Hey, George posted the clip. Got Obe posted his breakfast before the Formula One race today. Let's see. We had Lucky Horses, which is, I think, a different name on Twitch here. I'm not familiar. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But joined in recently, was talking about these cured sour pork. Sort of piqued my interest. They seem like your traditional bar snack, something that would last forever and hang out there at the bar. But gonna have to give that a try sometime. Not in love with the way Wednesday's dinner went. Wednesday's dinner was... I'm sorry, Wednesday's dinner was a bit of a train wreck. Potato chips came out great, but I mean, that was like the first quarter of the stream. Everything else, this was okay. It wasn't great. And this was a train wreck. This looked disgusting. This did not work out well. Tacos on Tuesday were great. Tahiti's plate looks gorgeous. But let's do our battle. Now that it's battle time. Sorry, all the people in the top lose out on the haste.
Wow. One blast took both of those out. Entropy getting all those chests. Just sniping everyone on the chest. Suki sneaking in there for the final assist. Suki getting the scroll, Entropy getting 50 gold. Nice pickup there. If we do another one, we're going to end up finishing it off stream. I think we're going to hold off until next week on the rest of Stream Raiders here. We'll pick that up tomorrow night with pizza. Because we're about ready to get some English muffin action going here, because I'm tired of waiting for these to not actually proof. Erg. I do have a nice warm pan here. I'm going to actually turn that even lower down. All the way down here on that pan. Wish I had like some spray for it right now. Let's try and fit 4. We're supposed to give those 5 to 6 minutes per side, because the... Oh! Hey! You'd probably like to see what I'm doing, wouldn't you? There we go. We got our English muffins going in the pan now. Welcome in, Maz. We're just about done here tonight. We've got our hollandaise, already all made up and blended, nice and thick and deliciousness. Egg and butter sauce. We got 3 perfectly cooked eggs using the immersion circulator. Some 62-degree eggs. Gonna have really loose whites on them, but that yolk is gonna be like perfect for that sauce yolk. We got a bunch of bacon cooked up. We got a bunch of smoked salmon that I flaked up for on top. And we got our green onions. So we're just waiting on our English muffins here to get their cook time. Hopefully you're having a lovely Friday. I've had a pretty uneventful but busy Friday. Been bouncing around, went to the farmer's market, went to the store because I forgot I needed to go and buy bacon. Yeah. Got a little laundry done. Good times. This bacon is cooked. Yes. That is some crispy bacon. Crispy bacon. And baked bacon. Yes, I did it in the oven too. Did a little bit better. I've been going a bit over on my bacon lately. Been going a little too far on my bacon lately. That one's a pretty nice batch of bacon. The debating whether I want to sprinkle some cornmeal on the top for when I flip them, or do I leave it cornmeal on one side and plain on the other. I think I'm going to leave it plain. That way I can tell whether I like it with the cornmeal or not, because cornmeal tends to not only give you a little bit of a crunch and a little bit of texture, but it's also, for me, one of those things that tends to get sort of like stuck in your teeth and that sort of a thing until it moisturizes enough that it's soft. Sorry for that screech, but thought I'd turn the pan around since we're dealing with my large cast iron, which doesn't exactly heat evenly. Those have puffed up a bit since I put them in the pan. I don't know how much you can tell or not, but these ones are looking almost deflated comparably that have been proofing. I gotta update that timer to have all my streams from 2020 and 2021 are there. I'm going to give them 6 minutes. They've gone 5 so far. Or rather, definitely give them the full 5 minutes. Those could have gone a little bit more, or maybe I could have had the pan a little warmer. Just slightly warmer, maybe. We'll get a slight tweak bit hotter. As I said before, I sort of expected to be over or under, because we got to sort of hit this. I mean, that's really one of the things about English muffins, is having that perfect bake on it. And it's something where you're doing it at home. I mean, you're guessing with that pan, basically. Maybe if you got an induction burner, you can set it to the perfect temp and just repeat that. But I can't do that with the flame here. Let's get rid of this wet towel that I used for proofing the bread. I mean, I can't even shake that. It's so solid. Beautiful hollandaise. Beautiful, beautiful. Here's how you can tell they're really puffing up. This is now domed, where it was flat against the cast iron before. So they're continuing to puff up as they're in the pan. I wish I could give you that angle view that lets you know that it's puffing up, but they're puffing up. Less dishes. We got our bowls for cracking our eggs, so we can crack the egg into the bowl and then carefully place the egg on top of our split English muffin. Still not getting any color on this side though, other than dirt from the pan, really. They got another 4 minutes on that side. Kicked it up another notch on that pan. Just a little bit warmer. Wonder if that would help out with this. Debating throwing a towel over my main door so we don't have the giant glaring light here blocking everything, so no one can see what's going on. No one can see my beautiful eggs up here. Still not getting any color. They're poofing though. They're poofing. So I'm definitely thinking I could have gone a little bit hotter with this. Still want to go even a little bit more for that next batch. I only really need, well, I guess I could do two, but I really only need one English muffin to do tonight's dinner. The rest are extra. I made a pun. So that should be done. We got a slight bit of color there. Yeah, we're going to turn up the heat on this a bit. Because I want a little color on our muffins even if they're cooked through. Because they're feeling like they're pretty much there. I want to shake the pan. I want it to be done. Don't want to be that dreaded pan shaker. those who are not familiar with kitchen lingo, pan shaker is someone that's either trying to look important or trying to look like they're busy. You know, the chef that does with all the stuff the front of the house, or the front of the house manager coming in the back and looking in the kitchen. You know, they sit there and they shake every pan like they know what they're looking at. Or the chef comes on the line and all of a sudden the saute cook is shaking everything. You know, oh, I'm busy, chef, can't do it. There we go. That's like perfect. Let's give that other side a slight bit more color. I'm excited. Like I said before earlier on, this is the first time I've done English muffins. I'm excited that I got, we're looking at English muffins here. I mean, no issues, no problems. First try. I am going to turn this down a notch before we add our next ones in the pan, though. That one's good. We'll take that one. Starting to lightly smoke, so I'm going to pull that one. There we go. That's looking like an English muffin to me. What all you think? What all y'all think? Throwing on our second batch here. That was considerably more than 12 minutes, so that was closer to 16, so we were going a little too low and slow for those. But we can make dinner now. We can finish our plate up. So let's take our English muffin here. Nice and hot still. That looks cooked through to me. Actually, because we don't have enough butter with that hollandaise. We need a proper piece of butter here to melt on our warm English muffin with our nooks and crannies, bubbly deliciousness. Let's give this a shot. Okay, I would have liked a little bit more of a skin to it. That's certainly English muffin. We'll save that second half for later, though. Ooh, going a little warm now. But let's make our dinner and we can move on from here because you don't need to watch me do these other last four. Let's make dinner. So we got these lovely. We're going to take one of these and layer it with our smoked salmon. And take the other one, we'll layer it with lots of bacon. Eggs. Still warm egg, but not too ridiculously hot. So we got our nice soft poached white with what's going to be a creamy yolk center to it. Hopefully we can get this to mostly stay right there. It's not going to be as pretty as your typical poached egg, because your poached egg is going to have that better sealed white to it than this. And actually, I used to do this for my business at one point. And if you really want that solid white, I decided that I almost like the texture of it better this way, with nice and soft. But if you want that nice solid white, you can boil it in water for like 2 to 3 minutes, and you can solidify that white, and then you can throw it in the immersion circulator and get that perfect temp yolk to go with your solidified white. And then, but the problem with those is then you have to sit there and crack them. You gotta peel them, like, careful. Let's see if I can't get this to stick here. I don't know if it will. Nope. Oh well. We'll live with it. And I didn't want a pile of green onions. That's not what I wanted.
I want a little green onion. I wanted that green pop, not the pile of green. We don't want this. I'm obviously not using this to garnish anything else tonight, so I'm not worried about putting it back in there. But there we go. There's our homemade English muffins. And now for hollandaise. Oops. Stay. I went and forgot the hollandaise and put my garnish on. Oh well. But here's our nice and thick hollandaise made in the immersion circulator. There we go. Dinner is served. Let's take a look at our English muffins back here, make sure they're all looking lovely. They're all looking pretty. They're turning out nicely. That was our first one that was a little dark. Take a look at the other ones there. These are all looking nice too. I just turned them off so they're light side in the center. Awesome. So let's get the bacon off here. Let's take a glamour shot. Glamour shot time for our eggs Benedict. Give you a main view close-up of the deliciousness, hopefully without dropping all of these yolks all over the place. You got the one stuck in the center anyways, as it is. It's nice, thick, creamy hollandaise there. Deliciousness with our fresh, first time at home made English muffins. Very proud of these. Still going to give those one more moment. Let's see who we can give a host to tonight. Who we can send some love to. Oh, let's see here. Who all is on tonight?
Huh. Let's see here. Oh, let's go say hi to Jane. Let's go hang out with Jane Henry. Lovely food and drink streamer. She's always cooking up something interesting. Let's see what her plans are for this evening. Want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. I'm gonna go and enjoy this deliciousness. This looks amazing. I mean, melted butter on the fresh English muffin. Oh yeah. So, I hope you all have a great evening. We'll be back with pizza tomorrow. Gonna be doing egg salad on Sunday. We'll have ingredient challenge next Wednesday. I'm taking the weekend off after that, but we'll be back here with the next ingredient challenge the Wednesday after that, and a lot more fun to come here in May. So, thank you all for joining me. I hope to see you all here tomorrow and Sunday. And I hope you all have fun with Jane. Thanks. Good night.